Alright guys, hi. How are you today? This is Stephanie, and we are going to work in the blue Birdy JJ a little bit. Now, I have a little bit of an idea. I would like to put some ribbon on these pages. See, we're almost to the point where I'm going to sew these signatures in to the blue Birdy JJ. And so before I do that, I want to do the finishing touches, things that would be easier to do while they're not sewn in, such as putting ribbon on the edges. I think I might want to tackle sewing them in. As you guys know, I don't have a sewing machine, so it will be done by hand. So it's going to take some time. I won't be doing it on camera, but I will show you the aftermath of me sewing the ribbon on the edges of some of these papers. Now there's another thing that I want to do, and I'll start with the first signature. I want to go through and a page that I find that I want to do, which this might be one of them. I have a little bit of paint that I mixed up. This is just some baby blue acrylic paint and some gesso and a little bit of the blue glitter paint just to give it a little bit of sparkle. What I'm going to do is I have a couple of texture tools, and I am going to use these to put just a little bit of detail onto these pages, just a little bit. I'm not going to go, because ideally these are the pages that are going to be used for journaling spots, the pages that are more blank like this, and so I just want to put something on there. Alright, I also wanted to show you some things that I have. First of all, let me move this real quick. I have my ribbons. Now these are all coffee dyed because I like the way it looks, but look at this. How cool is that? Like, some of it got a really nice tinge. So what I did was I just stuck this in coffee like this, and then I let it dry on a napkin, and a lot of the coffee kind of like soaked up and so a lot of the edges had this tinge to it, which is really cool. So I like the variation in the different coffee dyed laces that I have here, but I just have a couple, nothing crazy, different types. This is my favorite right now, and I believe I got this from the Dollar Tree, like crazy, but it's nice and thin, so it dyes really easily. And yeah, I have some of this I want to say like wedding lace. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but I might. It's in there. That's why I coffee dyed it. I have a little bit of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that as well, but like I said, I just like to have a little bit extra. And I have these adorable little birdies that I found on Pinterest, and I cut them. I printed it out on cardstock and I cut them out. I'm going to tinge the edges with some vintage photo ink, just to make it look cute, but they're adorable. I went through with my zebra mildliner markers and put a little bit of color into the words that are in it, just to kind of go with the colors that I have going along with my book. And yeah, I just have some more birdie stuff. So I found also some page flags that I thought would look really nice, and so maybe behind a birdie you'll stick a page flag. It just, they look like they would match our little area. My son found these little feathers. He found like 5 of them just out by the road, and so he brought these in and he goes, "Hey Mom, I think these will go really nice in your junk journal, don't you think?" I just thought that was really funny that he took the time to think of something like that. I also found this lace, and I really like the flowers. I don't really have anything flowers, and so I like that I can just cut off, oh my gosh, I like that I could just cut off one of these and have a cute little flower to put on a page somewhere, just to add another layer. I also have a couple of pieces of twine left over, or I'm sorry, not twine, burlap ribbon left over from doing our embellishments yesterday. If you saw that video, we made some embellishments to use for layering in our Blue Birdie JJ. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pick out a couple of pages to mess up. So I want to do that one. It's pretty plain. And maybe we'll do one more inside of this one. You know, maybe not this one. Maybe I'll do some stamping or something like that on this one, but not now. Probably before I sew this in as well, I'm going to do inking along the edges of most of these just to, yeah, make them pretty. So, man, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be, to be honest, picking out. Alright, so yeah, let's just go with this tiny one, and let's go with this tiny one that has a doily on it. And we'll do the inside of this one. And let's see, do I want to use, I think I want to use my bubble wrap. I think this will be fun. I don't know, I've never used it before. We're going to see how this looks. I'm going to take a little bit and put it on there, and we'll have to see what we think. As always, let me know what you think down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions. See, I don't want to do anything crazy. I think that looks awesome. I don't need to do any more than that. I think that alone, it just gives it a little bit of something. And you know, we can always stick a birdie down here in the corner when, maybe not a blue one, maybe a pink one, just because, you know what I mean? When we come back to do some more embellishments, I think that's perfect. So I like the way that looks. I don't know what you think. But it just gives a little something, and maybe I'll come back and put a little stamp on here or something. Next. And what I meant to do actually was put down my paper, because I don't want to get any paint on my teal placemat thingy. And I did have some questions on what this teal thing is. And what it was it was a planner, agenda, and it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's rubbery almost, and things wipe off really easily off of it. So I figured that I'm going to use this as kind of like, you know, a base for my desk to keep my desk somewhat safe. But yeah, this is, I just took the cover off, and that's why there's holes like this. It just was an old planner, 2017 planner, and I really liked the way that it looked. It's my favorite color, so yeah, that's what that is. So, alright, so we have two bits of this side, and I'm not sure. I think I actually have a stencil, and now I had it before I started the video, but now that I started, of course, I can't find it, so that's fun. But I had a stencil to use. Hold on. I found it. I put the Blue Birdie JJ on top of it, so I would never have found it without looking. So I have this stencil, and I just got this, I believe at Pat Catan's. It's just an adhesive stencil, and I just usually kind of stick it on my pants and pull it off to get rid of a little bit of the stickiness, because it's pretty sticky. And so yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this color, and I'm gonna try to make it thin so that it's just kind of like an afterthought, right? Not something, it's subtle. That's the word I was going for. And I went for a little bit of a stiffer brush just because it works at getting in the little nooks and crannies. And I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I want to do the whole page. I do want to do this whole side, and then maybe I'll work on where I'm going to stop this. So stop it there, and then stop it there. Yeah. I think that looks good. All right. So we'll just peel that off. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's beautiful. And I'm going to come and clean off my stencil really quick, because if I don't, I'll forget about it and it'll get stuck on there, and I don't want to ruin my stencil. So, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love the way that it turned out. I hope that it's not too... What do you think? Man, that looks so pretty. I love it. I don't think I'm going to do it to the back side. Maybe we'll do it over here, because this will be farther back in the book, right? But do we want to do it on the inside maybe? I think that's what I'll do. And because I did such a thin layer, it dried nice and quickly. I just want to heat set it, make sure, because I'm going to be turning the paper over and I don't want it to mess up, right? Okay. My computer is just like, hey, what you doing? Alright, so let's do the other side, and I'm going to do it like this. I want to try to make sure it's running off the page a little bit, just so that, you know, it looks like it's coming. I don't know, the detail, right? Right. Okay. Make sure that's on there nicely. Oh, man. So I really like this stencil. I haven't used it enough, I don't think. So pretty. Love it. I don't know, the detail is so cute. We need to decide where we want this to go now. I like this. I'm going to take that. Okay. So we'll go up there. Just take some of this excess paint. I like this. Take these two leaves here, and then I like this. Let me get a little bit more paint on here. Yes. So maybe we'll do this as well. Man, way better than I expected. I like it a lot. Alright, we'll put our brush up over here, peel this off. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. I love it. And I'm going to clean off my stencil again really quick, just to make sure. I have a baby wipe and a little plate over here with paper towels and water, just to, I like to always have that stuff handy just to make sure that, you know, everything is good. Clean off your stencil nice, and they'll stay nice so that you can use them multiple times, right? All right. Oh man, that came out beautiful. I really love that. I love that a lot. And it's gonna look, I like this one more, I think, than I did this one. I wasn't really thinking about it. I just kind of, you know, I think in the second signature we'll do another one of these probably. Oh man, I love it. And I don't know if you can see, but there's very subtle glitter in it. And I like that. I like that it's not in your face, but it's pretty. I like that a lot. So we're going to let this dry as well. And I think I want to hit this with the gun because it's a little thicker. I like that. It's different, right? It's different. And this will just be, I mean, layers, right? Layers. You gotta think about layers. So this will just be a part of, and we'll put something else on top of it. So this will just be the background. And I like it. Looks nice. And there's a doily on the other side, so I don't really do anything on that side. But I think that works out pretty well. So that's good for signature one as far as the paint goes. So here's a look at our signature two. Okay. Okay. So I have a lot done in this one. I think maybe we'll do something. We have the owl on this side, so maybe we'll do something on this side and then maybe on the other side there. Yep, yep. And you know, we could always do something on this brown one. I think I like that idea. So let's do that. All right. So I have another texture. If we, you know, something like that. Let's try it out. Okay. And then we can always, I'm just going to take a little bit more and go like this. I like to have crosses like that. Almost sketchy looking, right? I like that a lot. I think that works. And I'm just going to throw that away because I don't need that again. I have a couple of other pieces, bigger and smaller, so not worried about that too much. But I like that. Just a little bit of background detail, right? We'll hit this with the gun a little bit. And so after I'm done putting this paint on, we're going to pick a couple of pages and we're going to put ribbon on the sides. Now, like I said, I'm probably going to be hand sewing, not all of them. I will use Eileen's tacky glue because I find that it works really well when it comes to putting ribbon on pages. On some of them, like maybe the thinner kinds that don't really, probably aren't going to take too well to the sewing. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. So yeah, and then I'm going to hand sew in others. So that will be fun. But I'm going to do that off camera so that I may, you know, show you at the end. I'm going to show you what that all turned out like. So let's do something like that. And my idea is that I'm going to do mostly this, right? Okay. Let me get my paintbrush out again. And I know that I want this right here. And I want that one. We know we want all of that. Got to get it in all the little grooves. And then I definitely want this little swirl here and some of these little leaves. And I want this swirl and these leaves. And I want this one as well. And then I think that's good. I just want to make sure, I want that too. And this, yes. I just want to make sure that I have it inside all the little nooks and crannies. Just take that little leaf there. Alright. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, yes, it came out adorbs. Adorbs. Cleaning off my stencil again really quick. And we'll come back and do the other side. So, that looks so cute. I love it. I think it's the perfect color. It goes really well with what my book is looking like. Alright, so that came out nicely, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't think I want to do anything else, at least not for this page. I think I'll leave that be. And then I don't know if I want to do anything else in here. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Let me go ahead and sew on these ribbons, or the lace, I mean, to the edges, and then I'll bring you back to show you basically the final transformation before I go ahead and sew these in, and that'll be the next video. So, all right, hold on. All right, so first things first is I had some of this ribbon and I figured I wanted some on my cover. So I just glued this because it's super, super thin and it's all spaced apart, and so I didn't think that sewing would be the best bet. I don't have a sewing machine, so hand sewing would not be the best bet, but I figured gluing would probably be a good idea. So I took the glue and I put the ribbon on the cover, and then, thank you very much. And then I decided that I was going to use this ribbon, and so I figured I'd just bring you along because it's definitely going to be glued. I'm not sewing that. That's ridiculous. So yeah. It's very cute, sorry. So I'm just taking Aleene's Tacky Glue, and pretty much like a generous amount. Hello. It's always sitting upside down, so I don't understand why it felt like it was a little empty there. Anyway. go. And I cut this to fit the paper. What I'm going to do is a little generous amount down here to kind of seal off this edge because it doesn't seem to want to cut very easily. And there we go. It does dry. It dries clear, but you can still see the glob sometimes, if that makes sense. So I am going to try to not leave too much of a mound. I'm going to do the same to this end just because I don't want it to unravel. There we go. And yeah, I think that's nice. It just adds a little bit of sparkle to the page. I guess I can take my paint mat out of here now. We're going to do the other side, and then I am going to be hand sewing this last one. So I'm not going to show you that. I mean, unless you want to, like, leave me a comment down below if you are interested at all in watching me hand sew some ribbon onto a page, and I will totally do that. I just don't think that that's something that you want to see. I could be totally wrong, so just like I said, leave a comment, let me know if you do. Also, I'm gonna sew in the signatures off camera, just because, first of all, this is my second junk journal ever, so I've done it only ever once before, so I'm gonna be watching my own tutorial. Not really, but like I will be. I'll probably be messing up 1 or 2 times trying to do it myself, and so it's just gonna be a giant hot mess. And I just want to let you guys know that I will be doing that off camera, and I hope that you understand. In the future, if I feel more comfortable, like, you know, that I know what I'm doing enough to be able to show you, I of course will. It isn't that I don't want to show you, it's just that I'm still really new to this whole junk journaling thing, so here we go. And I feel like after that dries, it's going to be nice and sturdy. And so it looks adorable too, in my opinion. The thing with Aleene's is I find myself having to pat things down after, you know, a minute or 2 after the glue has had a chance to kind of set. You pat it down a little bit more, and that seems to set whatever you're trying to glue down pretty well. Aleene's takes a bit of time to dry. I've noticed that. However, when it does dry, it dries, and it... Oh, see, look at that. That's cool. It's got like a little bit of... Oh my gosh, I love it. That is adorable. I love that so, so much. Very cute. And I'll show you at the end that I took and put some glue to kind of make sure that it doesn't unravel, right? And I did that on all the edges. So yeah, very cute. And I like the variance in the color, you know, that you get with coffee dyeing. It's really, really nice. I love it so much. All right, and then this last page, I'll keep you with me for a moment while I decide. I'm not sure if I want to do this ribbon or if I want to do this one. Now, I believe that I'm probably going to do this one because I believe I already have one of this type of ribbon in my second signature, and so I obviously would want to space that out a bit. And so, put this down here. Oh, I'm not going to get a full, well, maybe I can make it match at least. Yeah, I'll do that. So maybe if I do this, I can make like a little pen loop or something at the top. I'll see how this works out as far as sewing goes. But I'm going to sew right along this bit up here because it's nice and put together well. So I will come back and let you see that once I'm done. Alright, so I went with a light mint color and did a real quick stitch across just to put it in place, right? Then I went by with a darker teal and hand stitched this in there. And it does have a little loop at the top, you know, whatever. And I left the stringy bits at the bottom. I like that, and I'm going to put together this first signature. So I believe I definitely don't want that to be first. This one, there we go, I think, and then it was this one, yes. So let's go ahead and put that like that. Put this back in there, and I'm not entirely sure where all of these went, but I'm just putting them where I like. Kind of like the owl being on that inside, like here. And I like the way that looks. That works for me. So I am going to take really quick and trim right along this first little outside dip, right, so that it looks like that. I decided that on the spot because that's just how I wanted it, and I can't really give you a reason why. Just is how I wanted it. So and of course this side's going to be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. There we go. And so here is the outside cover, and this is the first signature done as far as the things that I wanted to do before I put this in, like actually sew this in. And I will tell you, I did invest in getting an awl, and this really helps. I'm probably going to be doing 3 just because I have some of these smaller pages in here, and so I want to be able to make sure that I grasp everything. So yeah, and then we'll be able to come in here and just do a page as we see fit, and I think that that is going to be excellent. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you got some type of inspiration. That's my meaning behind doing all of these videos, is trying to give out inspiration. I really cannot wait to get started on the decorating part, putting ephemera and whatnot into my Blue Birdy JJ. I think that this is going to be gorgeous. This is my favorite one yet, even though it is only my second one. It's already getting a little bit thicker now that I have that lace and stuff there, which is great, which is the only reason why I went with just 2 signatures. I think that it is the perfect amount for this tiny little spine, and I think it's going to work out great. I love it so far. I hope that you do too. If you have any type of suggestion, anything at all, feel free to leave a comment. I will respond to any and all comments. I thank you for stopping by. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Please like this video and hit the notification button so that way you'll know, the next time that I upload a video. I really enjoyed having you here today, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.